to show you why this is potentially so insidious and unacceptable. There's an email thread from the 28th of February 2024 to March 26, 2024 from you, P.S. Ali, to Alexis Smith. The subject is revised tranche 3 payment schedule under 311 million loan facility, right? And that is the loan facility which NIPDEC was allowed to draw down and pay suppliers, right?
That's correct, Chair.
So what was the ministry doing directing NIPDEC to pay money under this loan if NIPDEC exercised an independent power to determine who they were going to pay?
Chair, as I said a while ago, the ministry was looking at ensuring the continued supply of certain critical drugs.
So the ministry doing that. I accept that. NIPDEC is a company run under the Companies Act. You agree with me?
I do, Chair.
The directors have a separate fiduciary duty. You agree with me?
I do.
To act in the best interests of the company. You agree with me?
So, yes, I do, Chair.
NIPDEC ought not to be taking instructions without question from the ministry. You agree with me?
I do, Chair.
NIPDEC never reported to you as PS. You agree with me?
Yes, Chair.
You had no authority to give NIPDEC instructions because they were not under your reporting line. You agree with me?
It wasn't an instruction, but I agree with you, Chair.
So the thread shows the tranche 3 payment in the amount of 100.3 million payable to the large farm and non-farm suppliers. This is what the email thread shows, and we could get it to you, that you, P.S. Ali, were asking for Massey to be bumped up to about $10 million in payment. You accept that?
Yes, Chair.
Then you said that you indicated NIPDEC can do 100 million with 25 million to be allocated as follows. Smith Rob, 9 million. Superior, 3. Vernon, 4. Massey, 2. Bryden, 3. Alston's, 2. NWT, 2. You agree with me?
I don't recall the figures, but that sounds about right.
So
Chair.
what was the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health doing, giving NIPDEC instructions when NIPDEC fell under the administrative purview of the Ministry of Finance, with the line of reporting being to the permanent secretary, Ministry of Finance? How is it tenable for the Ministry of Health to be giving instructions to NIPDEC who to pay when you told me that NIPDEC exercises an independent power?
I can't speak for NIPDEC. What I said is that it would have been the ministry's strong suggestion, agreed, based on our analysis of the supply chain and what drugs we needed. I do agree with you that NIPDEC is independent. Those would have been what I would have communicated to NIPDEC. I don't recall getting any any pushback or any counter proposal from NIPDEC, or even saying, Ministry of Health, with all due respect, we hear you, but this is what we are going to pay. I don't recall getting any sort of pushback like that. I do accept your point, and as I said, I think I explained why.
P.S. Ali, I want to ask you something very frontally, and I want you to answer me in a very straightforward manner, okay? If you, I'll crave your indulgence for you to do so. Historically and culturally in this country, anyone who's familiar with public administration knows no permanent secretary does that on his own. Would you agree with me?
Of PS action, advice, and recommendations.
From
yes,
whom?
Well, from technical officers.
So which technical officer you consulted before you did this?
So the principal pharmacist would have been identified by the CMO, and we spoke about it, to look at the holisticity of the drug supply within the country and look at to ensuring we have an adequate supply.
So let me ask you frontally what I really want to ask you. You sent this email to NIPDEC without seeking the approval of your relevant minister at the time?
Minister would have been advised. I would have advised Minister of what I proposed to do. I didn't seek approval. Minister doesn't get involved in the payment part of it. It is approval, but I would have advised him.
How did you advise him?
That would have been a conversation, Chair.
So you didn't think something as important as that to put it in a document form, in an email? Yes, I'm waiting your answer.
Well, in hindsight, Chair, I guess I...
So suppose the minister tomorrow morning stood around and said, I never gave him any instructions. I knew nothing about those payments. You realize you're on your own, hung out to dry on a clothesline on a windy day. Because you had no instructions, you did this on your own, according to your evidence. You took it upon yourself to cross the lines of administrative accountability and reporting and instruct NIPDEC what to do. And you see, P.S. Ali, let me tell you why I have a problem with that. Because there are many, many emails here which speak to discussion of payment. All right? There's an email thread from 17 July 2023 to 20th July 2023 from you. All right? And you are firmly telling this committee that the minister did not get himself involved or knew or did not know anything about these payment discussions. You agree with me with that? That is what you're saying?
Chair, that's not what I said. What I said is that you asked me if I sent the email, the minister was aware. I said he was aware before I sent the email.
Right. So here's what it is. Subject deliverables for Ministry of Health. Copied to Terence Dialsing. Email threats originates from an email sent by Nigel Romano to which Terence Dialsing was copied. The email refers to the preparation of a suggested allocation for payment of $30 million to suppliers to be sent to the Ministry of Health by Wednesday, July 19, 2023 at 12. Plainly, the minister would have known about this. Okay?